that, I'd like to thank you for joining us on the broadcast, sharing all those details with our viewers. Meanwhile, joining us this morning is Dr. Sharad Kohli, Senior Economist. Sir, a very good morning to you, and thank you so much for taking out time and speaking to us on News X. Now, GST collection at rupees 2.10 lakh crores. It's a big milestone, and in fact, it signals a buoyant economy, which implies that people are spending more. Now, what I want to actually understand from you is, in the last 5 years, what has the transformation, the change been like?
Good morning, Asabri, and good morning to the viewers of NewsX. Indeed, a very encouraging news coming from the GST numbers. We are at an all-time high of 2 lakh crore plus. If it shows on indirect taxes, obviously it's reflective of the very high consumption or very high demand which is coming from the economy. We should not forget that Indian economy is primarily composed of 55 to 60% consumption. So that is one of the reasons that every time there is a boost in demand, the economy gets pumped up. And I think as far as GST is concerned, we've seen increased compliance. We have over 1.22 crores, I would say 1.25 crores of registered dealers as of now. In the last 7 years, ever since GST came on 1st of July 2017, I think GST has gone a massive transformation from difficult compliance in the beginning, some glitches on the technical front. I think we've seen a lot of things being eased out. The compliance is much more simpler now. A lot of GST frauds being caught where people were trying to misuse the promulgation in their favor. I think that has also been plugged. So I think overall GST has seen easing out, and people are gradually adapted to the whole situation. One country, one tax dream is finally coming true. But there's one aspect, Asabri, which I would like to bring to your notice and to the NewsX viewers, is that this collection, which has been reported on 1st of May, does not pertain to April. It pertains to March, because the system of GST goes like that when you collect your GST in March, you file your return in the following year or following month, which is 20th of April. There is a form called GSTR1. There's another form called GSTR3B. These two forms are filed, and the taxpayer does get time to file. So primarily this is reflective of March. Why I brought that to the forefront is because March is the year-end closing in India. The financial year 23-24 has closed in the month of March. So there are a lot of year-end adjustments. The debit and the credit notes, they get adjusted between the vendors and the suppliers and the customers and the dealers. Also, we should not forget that in the month of March, there's a lot of year-end assessment being determined. So people who had outstanding demand, they are supposed to clear their demands in the month of March. So I think what I wanted to say here was that March should not be taken as a benchmark, that probably from April onwards, that is the next month numbers which will come out on 1st of June, may also be the same. It might go back to 1.7, 1.8 or 1.65 to 1.8 lakh. It may not hold on to over 2 lakh because these numbers are slightly, I would say, abnormal because of the year end. But as I said, this does not take away anything from the robust Indian economy, which is indeed very buoyant. Maharashtra leading the group of states and union territories in collections. It is clearly indicative of very high industrial output and very high demand. So on both the fronts, on supply and on demand. And Asabri, we should not also forget that we have elections around the corner. So from April onwards, I would say the election activity started. So you would also see that a little bit of policy freeze. So the collection for the month of April, the actual collection for the month of April, which will be reported on 1st of June, may turn out to be slightly sore for the month of April and May because of the policy freeze, the model code of conduct which comes. So a lot of decisions get postponed. But I think overall, I think the market is buoyant. India is on its way to becoming the third largest economy in the next couple of years, as per my own calculations. And we are indeed a shining star on the global front, Asabri.
Right, sir, absolutely. With that, I'd like to thank you for joining us on the broadcast, sharing all your perspectives with our viewers. Quickly shifting our focus to some more news coming in this morning. Now, in fact, my colleague Madhu Sharma has spoken